It's so easy for people to say, yeah, man, as a business owner, you should just be focused on the highest and best use of your time. You should always be acting in your strength. I could say it, you could say it, but easier said than done. Look, the open mic community is not just talking about success. It's about talking about the struggle, the grind, and the process to becoming successful in business and in life. My friend Kyle here, who's a small business owner just like us, he shares how after over 10 years in business, he continues to fight, to delegate and hire and train and lead, to focus on his highest and best use of his time, to work in his strengths. It's a never-ending grind and a never-ending process.
I'm still trying, I think, to get there, and that requires bringing. We're still trying to get the right people on board, and so like, we're trying to continue to do that. I think having someone who is like really focused on the operations and can really like own that task allowed me to really focus on what I like, which is the sales and marketing and the business development. Really, the business development. Like the next step would still be we're always going to be looking for good salespeople to kind of that want to cater this on, but it's also like staying in our lane and like doing, there's a lot of people that can do websites and marketing SEO. So it's like really people that can build relationships with our customers, both on the, operations level. Like all of our operations have to have that our customer DNA is really, really important to us. We read this book called Raving Fans, which is like taking that kind of that Chick-fil-A type customer service, Nordstrom, Zappos, all good entities and, people to, emulate with customer service. So.
Yeah, I love it.
So that,
because you're looking for the highest and best use of your time, right?
Right.
And you're looking to act in your strengths. Your strengths are obviously macro, visionary, and business development, like overall high-level business development. Thankfully, I can relate to you because we're almost exactly the same. When it gets in the weeds, you start to get a little. So getting to that point where you have, which I see you there, you're there more than you ever have been, right? Is you can. I mean, shoot, I work 99% of the time with your team, right?
Yeah.
I talk to you 1% of the time when it comes to actually working on stuff.
Yeah, and it's hopefully that's an extension of me, I think that's, so the big thing is like, I do have to lead them. I probably don't, like you get them to a point really, really like they're really great at, kind of like taking the culture and, making sure that that's passed down, taking our, mission and vision, making sure that's like always emulated in what we do. But I think so it's really, sales and marketing. Like I want to be like seeing people or fighting to see people a lot of times and have that bucket covered. And then like leading the team and like trying to train them and give them, again, I'm big on, I don't want to micromanage, I want to let them kind of like develop. And I make sure that, I'm kind of guiding them from above to not make sure they're going to make, any like huge detrimental mistakes like that lose a client, but you got to let them like learn and this business, you have to like, every problem is always a little different, so everyone has to become really good problem solvers, and you got to get them like kind of thinking like a problem solver too. So my job is just kind of nudge them and not like drag them.
That's great advice, man. That's awesome. It's so difficult. So many, especially people that come up, a lot of small business owners are, I'll say tradesmen, if you will, or even in the, like, they know how to build the most beautiful website and do the best SEO, right? And then they get really good at it and they end up hiring other people, and ultimately they're the best ones at it, right? And it's really difficult to not micromanage that. It's also, I would say as well, it could be difficult to keep your hands off too much.
And we try to, like, three things I tell everyone, that, like, as long as you're positive, persistent, and polite, you can accomplish a lot of problems. So we call it the 3 Ps. And it's like, I think if you, like, on sales, when you're cold calling someone, that's something that resonated with me, but I think it also resonates with account management, with problems. I mean, if you have like a positive tone from the beginning, it can just, again, everyone's heard the customer's always right. That's not, that's like not necessarily always the case when it comes to like technical problem solving, but you got to make them feel like they're right, or at least that they're heard, so that they're
listening.
Yeah, exactly. And that you can then educate as needed.